Welcome to the Power Packed Podcast. Please be quiet and courteous and silence your cell phones now. Be sure to grab some snacks and concessions, located in the lobby. And now our feature presentation. Prepare for butter.
All the time, wondering if maybe I'm losing my mind. Stepping out to the horizon enemy, or maybe I'm going out to sea. Maybe you should know by now. When I get back, everything will be alright. Seems like I'm out to sea every single night. I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
Don't mind, maybe you'll sink or swim. Oh, I don't mind, maybe you'll sink or swim. Oh, I don't mind, maybe you'll sink or swim. Oh, I don't mind.
I'm green, Baba-dee, Baba green, Baba-dee, Baba green. I'm green like Shrek. Yo, I had some seafood, it made me sick, and I went black. I am Shrek. I am Shrek. Green like Shrek. What the heck? Did you pay for that rotten seafood with the cashier's check? Black, Shrek. Shrek. Black. Black. It is me, Shrek-ula. Black. Give me onion. I'm going to bake the mud. Count Shrek-ula.
For Christmas, my buddy got me a Shrek box set. I could see it in my office right here. It's got like all, I think it's like 4 movies.
Was there? Are they? I think they're up to. Well, I know there's 4 at a time, but maybe they're up to 5.
I think it's basically 4 or 5 too many. They should have stopped at Shrek 1 for sure. A total abomination, but it's okay. I do plan on watching all of them again. Because they're such creepy.
It says there's a Shrek 5.
Oh no! Please no! They really shouldn't.
The plot is currently unknown and is scheduled to be released next year. Shrek 5, everyone.
Shrek 5 coming out soon. Happy St. Patrick's Day, John. Oh, I guess we should do our intro.
Yeah. Speaking of green, we got the Power Pack Podcast, a podcast featuring 2 dudes and 1 donkey.
And you know what? Our friendship it's great friendship, but it's not mutually exclusive. A friendship is like an onion. It's got lots of layers, and that's us. We've got lots of layers. Be a part of our onion. You can be whatever layer you want. You can be that wilted outside part that's kind of like sticky, or you can be the crisp innards of the onion. Either way, just hop on in.
Or maybe they're the broth and we're onion soup and we're just soaking in that delicious, steamy chicken broth or whatever French onion soup is made.
French onion soup is amazing. My favorite French onion soup's from La Provence or Petite Provence in Portland. It's got so much cheese on the top. It's just like really good, and like the bread.
Oh, La Provence.
Oh, Provence. It's just good.
Oh,
it's good.
La Provence. That's the that French place with like the little Eiffel Tower, right? La Provence. They have one at the airport.
I think they have one at the airport. Yeah.
La Provence. We got their oh my gosh, those sipping chocolates from La Provence.
Dude, the sipping chocolates.
Have you had those?
Good, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
man, I'm in the mood for some sipping.
If you get a chance at La Provence.
Sipping. I like how it's aggressive too. It's just like La Provence.
La Provence. It's like an angry chef.
Kind of sounds like your Eminem impression from last week.
It kind of slipped.
I like
into
it.
that.
No, it's good. It needs to stay there. Just let it simmer.
I feel like it needs to be a little softer, like La Provence.
Yes, no, I like the aggressive, like in your face. Like you come in, they're like, it's almost like Dutch Bros, but with French cuisine.
Welcome to La Provence. We have many specials today, including 3 varieties of sipping chocolates and some French fries from France, imported.
imported from France. Oh, that makes me want to do a couple things. One, I want to get a cup of French onion soup. I want to drink a cup of sipping chocolate, and most importantly, I want to watch Shrek. So all of these, what do these have in common? They're somewhat related to St. Patrick's Day, and I actually forgot to wear green today. Did you wear green?
I didn't.
I forgot.
And my coworker pinched me, and I was like, "What? That came out of nowhere." Oh, it was unexpected to get pinched. Like really get.
That's why I'm glad I work remotely, because then I don't get harassed by any coworkers. Usually, it's just my own self-doubt and my own self-sabotage. So that's great when it's like you could just bully yourself in the workplace.
Well, it wasn't like an aggressive pinch. It was okay. If I was not aware of who it was, if I was blind, let's say I was blind, and the way he pinched me, I would have assumed it was a woman hitting on me.
Oh,
it was one of those. It felt like a flirty.
It was like a little
pinch.
like, oh, John, like a little stop it.
It was like under my arm. It wasn't even with the fingernails. It was just like a little whoop. And I was like,
well,
bro,
a fingernail pinch, dude. That's brutal. I don't know why,
dude. That's what boys do when you're not wearing green. You just get that fingernail in there and you start shedding blood on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, that's the way. I was gonna ask for part of the episode. Do you have like a funny St. Patty's Day story of growing up? I know for me, mine was, I'd always wear green because kids, they're mean, they'll pinch you. And there was this kid this is like elementary school, and there's this kid I went to school with. He was my friend, and he's the only one who didn't wear green on St. Patrick's Day. He forgot, and people were trying to pinch him and stuff, and he got in the corner and picked up a chair, and he's like, "Don't you pinch me." And was swinging the chair around. Everyone's like, "Whoa." He's just,
I'm gonna get you. He's taming a lion.
He was not messing around, man. So that's one of my favorite stories of that. But do you have any fun ones?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't really go out or do anything on St. Patrick's, and I don't remember assaulting people with pinches.
I'm not a pincher.
I did learn that you need to drink an Irish car bomb fast, otherwise it kind of curdles like milk and gets gross.
Ew. Yep. Any of those ones that have the cream and stuff like that, it's you don't want to, or like a White Russian, things like that. It's you don't want to. I don't know. It's just scary when you're messing with milk.
We should make a La Provence bomb where it's a glass of fresh French onion soup, and you drop a shot of sipping chocolates and you chug it.
Sounds like a JJ Fresh
La
thing.
Provence.
Do you remember my eggnog bomb? It was a shot of eggnog dropped into a Red Bull. So gross.
Was that for a food review?
It was for a food review. Yeah, it was so nasty. It tasted so bad.
I remember that one episode. You were drinking just straight up cream.
Oh, dude.
I think it was for the tostada one. It was some sort of thick cream.
It was it was table cream, which is I think it's basically just sour cream. But yeah, dude, that was gross. It was so kind of coagulated, kind of chunky. It was just not. It's not fun. I'm trying to think of some of the worst things I've drank. For the food reviews, those were definitely some of the top ones. The other one that was really gross, was unexpected, was there's two. One, I used a Go-Gurt as a straw to drink a Monster, and that was really disgusting. That was gross. Yeah. Mixing children's yogurt with Monster energy drinks. And the other one was that dollar energy drink I got from Dollar Store, the Rip It. That was really gross. It tasted like straight gasoline.
Rip it, bro.
It's gross.
Just a tough guy with a Go-Gurt.
Yeah, tough guy with a Go-Gurt's new song we're gonna write. I was gonna say the only thing that stinks. I guess actually, never mind. I was gonna say thing that stinks about us, not both of us not living near Oregon City, is we can't go to the I already forgot Stillhouse pub, but I realized that's Scottish and not Irish.
Yeah. I mean, but you can just pretend.
Yeah. I think
like
similar food.
I know you go to Olive Garden on Cinco de Mayo just because it's fun. It's different. You can just pretend. Use your imagination.
That's a thought right there. I want to survey the people who are going to who go to Olive Garden or places like that on Cinco de Mayo, because we've done it. Like we went to that La Carreta in Portland for Cinco de Mayo that one year, all four of us. But imagine us going to Olive Garden. Like imagine that, and I want to see the demographic. Is it people who just don't like Mexican food, or what is that about?
Well, most people like Mexican food. I don't think I've met anyone who doesn't.
True.
So I don't know.
Too spicy.
We'll have to do a yearly experiment. We'll go to different restaurants on Cinco de Mayo and see what's the deal.
I like that idea. I think one of us should do Cheesecake Factory, which I think they have some sort of, I bet they would, and their thesis, like their 500 page menu, there's probably some sort of Mexican food in there.
They just take the ingredients of a taco and bake it into a cheesecake. So maybe it's like a ground beef crust, and then the cheesecake maybe has salsa or something
disgusting.
in it, and then the topping is, I don't know, maybe some refried beans and some cheese. So it's almost like a 7-layer dip, but
it's cheesecake.
With more cheesecake.
I think even better than that. Same exact concept, but you know how the cheesecake part's white? So the middle part is just like that table cream or sour cream. So 90% of the cake is just just sour cream.
What's that mole sauce or whatever
on the top?
Yeah, that stuff is hit or miss. If you get good, whatever that sauce is, it's good. But if you get some nasty, it can get real nasty real quick.
I've had both sides of that spectrum. I've had there's this I'll have to send it to you. It's in Portland. It's by my old job. It's this place called El Diablito. It's the best burrito ever. It has this mole sauce in it. It's really good. But then on the flip side, so that's the best mole sauce I ever had. On the flip side, I had recently I got mole sauce from this restaurant, and it tasted like cinnamon. It was just disgusting. It was really gross. So yeah, it's hit or miss.
Yeah, it's either delicious or it's a tar sort of a
black. I'm Shrek. Shrek.
That could be a part of our new rating system when we do food reviews again. Trash or pass, or is it Shrek or black?
And Shrek is the high praise one.
Yeah, how many Shrek heads do you give it? I give it 3 out of 5 Shrek heads. I give it 4 blacks.
I give it 4.
Yeah, it'd be dumb, but it would be right on par with what we do here at the Power Pack Podcast. I have some Aaron Carter news. It's not really news. It's old news, but it's old new news.
Oh, let's hear it.
So apparently he's going to be... So the celebrity boxing thing is popular right now. Apparently he's going to be boxing someone.
He's scheduled to do it?
He's scheduled to do it, and there's even a video of him training, and he's doing push-ups, and he's I think he says in the fight, sorry, I'm looking it up right now. He says in the video, it's going to be the hottest celebrity fight ever. Stay tuned or something like that. He's fighting Lamar Odom.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, training like crazy for the Odom fight, and he's a basketball player, right?
Yeah, but Lamar Odom's huge, so right?
He's an athlete, and so I think I read that he has 10 inches on Aaron Carter, and he's also taller than him.
Dude. Wait, why did they pick that? I was going to say the only fair fight with Aaron Carter is I don't know, Michael Cera or something. It has to be some smaller dude. Because, dude, if because Aaron Carter looks like he's maybe 110 pounds soaking wet.
if you take the main character from the hit movie Ants and cover him with tattoos and
Yep.
blonde hair, that is Aaron Carter. And he has some trash talk in this
Ooh.
report. He says, I know I can beat Lamar. Come June 12th, like I said, like Apollo Creed said, I'm going to drop him like a bad habit. And I mean that. How are you going to punch him? Because if he's like 10 inches higher than you, you're pretty much going to have to be like you're punching a piñata or something. Like you're going to need a stick to try and even hit his head. Like
Dude,
how's this going
that's
to work?
what I'm
Aaron
wondering.
Carter?
I'm looking again. Here, let me look up how tall he is. Height. Dude, he's 6'10".
Well, if he can dunk over Shaq, then he can hit Lamar Odom in the face.
Oh, that is very, very true.
Because let's see, how tall is Shaq? How tall is Odom?
He's 6'10".
Okay, Shaq is 7'1", so he's got 3 inches on Shaq. So if he can jump over Shaquille O'Neal, then he should be able to jump high enough to punch Lamar Odom in
That's
the face.
true.
Maybe that's just what he has to do. Every punch, he has to jump in the air.
Dude, just imagine. I was gonna say that's his only move is he just jumps. So he just bounces he's got like 40 something, like a super high vertical. So he just jumps straight up in the air like Yoda in Attack of the Clones. You know, when he's fighting Dooku, he's just jumping around. That's what I imagine.
So Lamar Odom is Count Dooku, and Aaron Carter's baby little boy Yoda, little Shrek.
He's Meth Yoda.
Maybe he'll be on stilts. Maybe he can have a little, I don't know, handicap sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe he can have stilts and a helmet. He's trying to punch Lamar.
Like, all right, Aaron. He gets the. Can you imagine? He rolls out, all cocky. His music. He's probably playing his own music as his fight song, and he's wearing stilts. He's just walking out.
I want candy. And he has like really long pants to cover his stilts. Dude, he's like really disproportionate.
I'm just imagining that makes it way funnier, that song in particular. Like a song he sang when he was like 9 years old, and he's coming out to fight like a basketball legend who's like a foot taller than him. It's just, there's too much funny stuff there. It's like it almost seems like a joke, but it's not. It's real, and that's why it's funny.
I wonder how much money he's getting paid for this, because Lamar Odom, I mean, he's not a boxer, but he is a professional athlete. And Aaron Carter is a professional. He's not that. So, I don't know, Pack Rats. What do y'all think? You got money on Count Dooku, or do you have money on Little Yoda? I think I'm going to go with Dooku.
I'm doing Dooku. Also, I've got, Lamar Odom. He's got the same, we both have the same name. Well, my middle name's Lamar, so it's like I'm rooting for, fellow Lamar. So he's definitely Dooku.
I always wondered why that was in some of your handles. I never knew that was your middle name. I thought there was like a rapper named Lamar or something.
You're like, oh yeah, that's why you picked that,
I kept thinking Chance the rapper's name was Lamar. I don't know why. But I was like, maybe he likes Chance the rapper.
That's why. No, that's my middle name,
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's so funny.
Well, that makes more sense.
Didn't mean to confuse you, because you're like, okay, it's so funny because Chance the Rapper, his name's just is Chance, but it's funny. You're like, okay, he's got these tags because he's a big fan. But yeah, no, that's for everybody who's wondering. Yeah, that's my middle name.
Ooh, Lamar, La Provence, Lamar,
La Provence. Yeah,
La Provence. I want my legal name to be La, and you can guess what I want my middle name to be.
La
Provence.
Provence.
La Provence.
Well, it sounds like you're the host at a French restaurant in like Detroit or something.
Welcome to La Provence.
You can You can sit over there next to the car with the windows bashed out, or you can sit over there by the dumpster that's on fire.
And we plugged all the holes in the bathroom stalls, so you don't need to worry about that.
It's
like, thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Man, that's funny.
So I don't know. What do we got in this episode? St. Patrick's Day. Well, it's not anymore.
It was. Today it is.
It was like 9 days ago. Ish.
But right now it is. While we're speaking, we're in the past. So when we listen to this, stuff will already have happened.
Think of it as like a time warp, or like one of those time capsules you bury when you're in middle school, and then you uncover it 50 years later, and it's just, I don't know, stuff you didn't want to remember.
It's like, oh, there's my dead cat, you know.
Well, that's what the original Pokemon cards look like. Ugh,
Yeah.
so gross looking compared to the new ones.
It's true. It's very true. We should have made a JJ Fresh time capsule and like buried it in that weird grassy lot behind the movie theater.
We can still do it. We can go back.
I think we can, because they didn't pave. We just got to keep in mind if they do decide to pave that. I think the movie theater will stay there for a while. But yeah, we should dig it. There's some grass behind there, and I think we should dig a hole like 10 feet deep and put the JJ Fresh time capsule in it, and then come back in like 10 years.
Okay, give me 5 items of what you're gonna put in the JJ Fresh time capsule of the Regal Theater Entertainment Group.
Oh man, I think if I still had my polo, that'd be the first thing, of course. But I think somewhere I have like a Django Unchained poster. Like I have a couple movie posters from when I worked there, so I'd probably put one of those in, just, nostalgia. It's funny, a lot of the things I'd put in there I can't find. It's like my Shaq Knight t-shirt, some of these other things. So I'd maybe just curate what I could, but I think most importantly I'd get a jug of that butter topping yucky stuff, and then I'd put that in there because that's really important.
That would probably, if you poured it all over everything and it kind of hardened, it would maybe act as like a seal.
Yeah.
Just keep everything fresh.
It's like how fossils in amber, they like, it's like a tree sap type thing, and it hardens over time. I was thinking that we put all of our valuables in and then just fill it up with butter topping and then close it.
And then people dig in for dinosaurs, find it, and then it's like Jurassic Park where they have the little needle going into the amber and they extract what's inside and they clone us.
Yeah.
And then it's Jurassic Regal episode 1.
Can you imagine that? Like, it's an advanced civilization. They clone us and bring us back, and we're like, it's JJ Fresh, and we're like, do you guys have anything that we can eat? And just like start doing food reviews.
Is there popcorn on the moon? Are we there yet?
Where's Elon?
It's like, what? It's like, we went to Mars first. It's like, wait, the moon's closer. Why'd you go to Mars? Why don't you test it out on the moon? It's like, I make a living reviewing cakes, and I post reviews on YouTube. I review different grocery store just cakes, and so I'm 400 pounds, but I want to turn my life around. So instead of just slowly trying to get in shape, I'm gonna sign up for a triathlon. That's what it's like going to Mars, in my opinion. A guy who eats cake and wants to run a triathlon.
Yep, exactly.
When you start
small. You make your way up. You make your steps. Yeah.
One small step for man, one giant step because your shoes are so big, because your feet are so fat.
Big fat feet.
Big fat cake feet.
Fat cake feet. Yeah, but what would you put in your capsule? What would you put in your portion of it? I have to think a little better, that question. But I would put some stuff.
Oh, I know. I kind of put you on the spot.
It's all good.
Like a Dalmatian. Dalmatian. Oh, wow. So many spots. Oh, a Dalmatian holding a flashlight in its mouth. The spotlight. That's so dumb. I would have a lock of a certain ghoulish manager's hair.
Ew, no. Don't. You're not allowed to put that in there.
I want a little lock of some hunchback hair, and then I want a certain manager's camo shorts in there, and then I want a Steppenwolf CD, and I also want a certain manager's blazer in there, and then just for a keepsake, I want a certain Usher's broom and Book of Mormon in there, and I think that would be a good way to remember our.
I think that's a perfect way.
In Regal,
that's beautiful sentiment, and I thought about how we could make like the ultimate like calm the power pants, and it's the camo shorts, and then like those horrific those black pants with like the chain with the wallet. When you're a kid, but the chain's made out of that lock of hair you're talking about.
Oh,
it's so gross.
So it's like this long black strands of hair, and it's holding your wallet in your pants.
Tied in your wallet. Can you imagine going to the store and pulling out your wallet, and it's attached to this like rat tail of hair? It's so gross.
It's like The Grudge or something. It's just like all nasty. Or The Ring, when she hops out of the well. That's how I'm imagining this
just
hair,
greasy, yeah.
This hair wallet.
Just like visibly wet, yeah.
When we take this podcast to Mars and back, because we're skipping the moon, we need to have JJ Fresh shorts. They need to be camo, and they need to some way have hair involved. I think that'd be what everyone
so
wants.
So disgusting.
Or maybe we just have camo shorts and we have a sewn on rat tail. So it's like you're walking around like people who want to cosplay as what are those Mighty Mouse from Mars?
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Or Mighty Mice from Mars?
It's the show, right?
Mice from I used to have a VHS with like 2 episodes on it.
I do remember that show. Very, very vaguely.
Biker Mice from Mars. Biker Mice.
Biker Mice is what it's called?
Biker Mice from Mars.
Drop that in the Discord for all of us little rats to...
All right. I need to pull up a video. It's good to have some video. Maybe I can find there it is. Biker Mice from Mars.
Yeah.
Here's the intro. The nostalgia. The nostalgia's real. How do I share? Oh, share.
Yeah.
Copy link. I don't want to do it on my computer because I don't want any more audio dropouts. Until I get my second screen back up someday. Power Pack Podcast content I'm posting. Here we go. This is live. Intro to Biker Mice from Mars.
Right. Yeah, I'm watching that right now.
Let's check that. Everyone check out this video while we go into the Butter Dome. Biker Josh from Oregon. Jumping off ramps.
I'm just imagining. You should make a cover of the Biker Mice from Mars, and then I'll make a cheesy video of me riding my bike around, and that could be one of our promo videos.
That could be fun. Maybe we need to start making content for our Patreon, you know? Like, I don't know what we need to do, but we need to give our paying rats a little more juice, a little more rat juice.
What if we made like a little TV show for them, like a little 2-minute long episodes, and the people who pay, they get the whole season of the Power Pack GG Fresh show, and we just do like little something for them, you know.
That's ambitious. What's our show? What do we do?
I don't know yet, but I think something that doesn't take long, you know, we could even bust out like a few episodes, either during or after a podcast, and then, you know, if they pay for it, then they get it's like my premise here. This is what I'm thinking of. This is like Disney Plus. When they release new movies in Disney Plus, you can, if you're like if you pay the money, you get the movie early. But otherwise, you have to wait like a dumb poor person and watch it like 3 months later. So that's my concept.
Like a dumb poor person.
No, that's Disney's words, not mine, because Disney's just a creepy mega monolith, and they're like, "You dumb little poor people, you can't afford this."
We'll have another Mulan incident on our hands.
I'm thinking straight Mulan incident.
Where the first people who bought it were renting it, like as if they were going to the theater. And then like a month later, they're like, screw it. If you buy it from now on, you can have it. It's like, well, what about the people a month ago who paid $30
Yep.
and don't have
the movie. Yep.
No. Now you're saying you're selling the movie for everyone for $30? Like, come on now. So the people who did rent it and liked it now have to pay another $30?
Dude,
like,
$60. Yeah, that's like a brand new Xbox game, man. That's just not cool.
Yeah, so maybe if any pack rats are listening, want to drop a comment on our YouTubies or Discord channel, whatever you want to do, let us know what you would like to see of extra Patreon content. Even if you don't sub to our Patreon, I don't know, give us some ideas. What do you want? What do you want from us?
From me?
'Cause we like making weird, silly things, and we I don't know. It gives us something to do.
Yeah.
Something to do. All right, announcements in the Butterdome. Not really any announcements. We did get to ask JJ Fresh, but I'm just going to pretend like we didn't.
Yes, for good reasoning.
See, okay, for the person who wrote this question, our podcast is, it's like La Provence, and we want to keep it light and fluffy, like a puff pastry. And what you have here is way too much cream on top, and it's pretty much been sitting on the table for so long. The cream has crusted to the table, and when you pick it up, you kind of are ripping the sides with your fingers as it pulls up, and then finally the suction lets off, but you break off a bunch of the cream. You pretty much, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. Less cream on that question, and that's my answer to that.
It's very. I'm proud of you. That was a good answer. And I read that too. And I'm sure maybe we can have like a private they can call in. It's like a Ask John and Josh, and then we'll give you a direct answer to those questions, and not have to taint our beautiful podcast.
Maybe we could have JJ Fresh After Dark.
Say After Dark, like Howard Stern.
Yeah, and we post answers to questions we don't want to answer on this cast behind the paywall, so less people get to hear them, because I don't know how you would tackle a question like that. So
it's definitely a throwing somebody under the bus kind of question. And I'm sure we both have answers for sure.
I don't know. So what do you got over in the barn, the butter barn with them big old cows?
Oh, here we go. I think now, like, it's been a little while, but right here, I would love just the sound of like pigs, like squealing, or just like barnyard animals. Because we're in the, I guess we'll call it the butter barn.
It's a barn inside the dome.
So you're in the dome, and then you're making your way along. Maybe, you're just making your way through, and you end up at a farm, and there's a barn, and that's where our Patreons live. You open up the barn doors, and sure enough, you see 3 Patreon supporters just lying in the hay, eating some of those, those pies you get at, like, I don't know, Safeway or Fred Meyer. They're like I think they're like $1, and they're like chocolate or berry. They're like little square pies, It's like a Hot Pocket almost.
And when you roll them over, a bunch of eggs came out of their belly button.
No,
put them in your cart, and then you roll them back on the hay, and they can keep eating their pie, and then you have fresh eggs for breakfast.
Yep.
And
That's our Patreon money,
Yeah.
is the eggs that came out of our friends and family. It's just a great visual.
and it's like, okay, the egg comes out of their belly button as you're lifting them up. So it's like as they're separating from the hay, the egg is revealing itself. It's like,
no.
And there it is. You grab the egg and then you let them plop back down.
Give them a pie, pat them on the head, fill up your basket, go inside, make a 12 egg omelet, and try to not think about how you got them.
It's one of them big eggs from like Super Mario Brothers 2, where those weird dinosaurs would shoot eggs out of their big old head.
Yep.
Well, that's
That is fun.
Anyway, so I think what were we talking about?
Before that disgusting image, I was thinking about so gross, so funny. I was thinking about the Patreons laying in like a bed of hay, and we're feeding them those really gross pies. The reason I thought of those pies is they're small, but they have like, I think they're like 800 calories of pie, and they're very small. It's very calorie dense.
I wonder how many of those you would need to live off of for a year.
Ooh.
We're not going down that road again.
Related to that, well, after the segment, I'll kind of like maybe like, but I want to thank the Patreons. Thank you, Crumb, Gary, and Gary Graphics, for being our little barnyard babies, just laying in the hay and eating those pies and giving John all the eggs he'll ever need.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the thing I was gonna say is your birthday present I was talking about. I wanted to wait for the right thing, and once this came to me, this thing, I was very excited. It's something that it's nothing crazy. You know, you'll get it and you'll be like, oh, this is great. But it's I think it's just the concept behind it, and it's one of those things where you're like, without giving away, you'll get it and you'll be like, oh, this is great, but there's so much of this certain thing, I don't know what to do. So I'll just leave it at that as your little hint.
Okay. All right. All right.
And it's something.
Is it sticky?
It could be, yes. And I just hope that your wife, your very nice wife, who is becoming a medical professional, doesn't get mad at me for sending you guys this. So just leave it at that.
Is it a homemade COVID vaccine? Did you put some butter in a syringe? Because man, I'll take that in a heartbeat.
It's
I will.
Yeah, it's my own concoction. It's like people who make homemade soap out of like goat's milk and stuff like that. Just like real gnarly stuff.
Yeah, I think, I mean, the COVID vaccine, I don't think it should have taken, 5 months. That's way too long for a vaccine. It should have taken like 2 weeks. I mean, you just boil some butter. You add a lot of pepper. Viruses don't like the spice, so put some pepper. What else don't viruses like? They don't like soap.
Yeah.
Melt a little bit of soap in there. And then for flavor, if you're going to ingest it through your mouth, maybe, I don't know, whole milk, just to thicken
whole milk's
it up,
good.
like a nice soup. Yeah, and then you have a vaccine. That's all it is. Just some butter and pepper.
That's science for you. That's
milk.
Pure science, coming from a couple science boys.
Science rats. Some little.
That should be our new segment. I'll do. I need to remember to do this, but maybe I'll look up like a science fact, and then we'll have like a science rat section each week.
We should make a sci-fi book about rats.
The science rats.
And how maybe science rats, and maybe how like the gravitational pull of the moon on the tides affects, like maybe there's rats that live beneath the sand at low tide and they come out.
Yeah.
And at high tide, they go back. Maybe, okay, it's like a rat apocalypse. And at high tide is when you can go out and scavenge because the rats are under the sand because there's water above them. And so you have a certain amount of time. And then at low tide, all these rats start popping out and they start scurrying and running, hunting for human flesh. and you have to bunker down. But you can't bunker down like a zombie apocalypse because they can get through all the little nooks and
They can
crannies
dig through it.
because they're little tiny rats. So you got to figure out. You got to be smart about your setup.
Only the strong will survive. You got to have like a concrete bunker or something sealed.
Call it the rat moon or the rat tides or
Like
we rise the rats.
we rise the rats. I want a movie about rats like this, but I want people, like full-grown people, dressed up as rats, acting out the rat parts. I think it makes it more dramatic and a little bit scarier too.
And then maybe like when a rat's climbing under the door, it cuts to a real rat climbing under the door, and then the camera cuts back to the door, and it's like a full-grown rat is now running like full speed from the door, but the door never opened. It's like this cheesy cut. It's like full-grown rat running. Oop, small rat going under the door. Full-grown rat running like on the inside of the door.
The cuts like that. That's why there's a huge like the whole like what is it, the cult film thing, like Birdemic in The Room. That's why those are popular. And I think that's one of my goals for JJ Fresh is for us to make a cult classic movie that's just like really terrible and pretty much as low budget or no budget as possible kind of thing. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, we have our filmographer, videologist. What do you call it? Cameraman? We have a cameraman. We just got to utilize it. We got to fly him out. Where was our middle spot? Wyoming?
Buffalo, Wyoming, yeah.
Yeah, we just got to meet in Buffalo, Wyoming, and we'll make our rat tide or whatever we're going to call it. Moon rats or...
We should legit do that either when we do our Scotland trip. It'd probably be more epic in Scotland if we did like the movie there, but we could also go halvesies and fly Cody out to Buffalo, Wyoming, and we all meet there, and then we film a movie over a weekend or something.
All expenses paid.
All expenses paid, yeah.
We rented you this nice trailer for the weekend.
Oh.
We're going to stay with you because we can't afford a hotel. We're going to split this 2 ways if that's okay with
and
you.
We got a bag of that budget cereal you get from like Walmart, like big bag of cereal, and that's all we eat the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good. Oh, I want to make this movie now. Let's do it. See, this is a problem. We need to get fast tracking on this podcast. We're at 500, I think, subs now. Let me look. So we're getting there. We're a little slug rolling up the hill.
Slugging up.
Slugging up the river.
Slugging up the river. I think a movie, that's just our next, and it doesn't have to be good. It just needs to be just like cult classic. And when in doubt, we have that camera of Andrea's. So if you and I meet up eventually, we could just like, just like whip together a movie. Like, okay, just make some stuff, clip it together, boom.
Yeah, we can always go to a pet store if we need some rats.
Yeah. We can probably buy some rats,
We can make it work. Yeah, you can get rats anywhere.
They're pretty easy to find, yeah.
So, yes. Is that the Butter Dome? Is that all we got?
That's just about everything, yeah. I'm ready to, like, I think we can slither on it. We got 45 minutes of, like, imagine this episode, it's not, so Country Crock, how there's like the tub, right? The bigger, it's like that tub that you had for the music video, the Il Top 9 video. This episode is more like it's the brand of butter, what is it? Not Nature's Valley, it's like a different kind. Maybe Land O'Lakes, and smaller. It's small, but you still get a lot of butter. That's like us. Is that size container, this episode.
It's like a halvesy, like when you have something big and you have something small, and then you kind of find the middle. It's that. Yeah. It's not a basketball. It's not a baseball. It's more of a tennis ball or a wiffle ball.
Yeah.
It's not a skyscraper, and it's not It's not a teepee. It's more of a Pizza Hut.
It's more of a Pizza Hut. This episode is sponsored by Pizza Hut.
Sponsored by Pizza Hut. Let's read our ad read from Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut, the great place to have rat-free pizza, fresh cheese, fresh tomato sauce made from real 100% tomatoes, sold at local Pizza Huts near you. Come today and buy some pizza. That was our Pizza Hut ad read.
Rat-free pizza.
Rat-free pizza.
Oh, yeah.
100% rat-free. You know, they have like 100% beef.
Rat-free. That's definitely... I feel like Chuck E. Cheese has used that about their food. 100%.
I'm surprised more restaurants don't do that to slam other restaurants, like 100% no ostriches used in this meat, or no endangered animals in our burritos. It's like, wait, who's using endangered animals? The other guys are.
Across the street.
Like, what?
Like, oh, I'm not going to eat there. That's gross, yeah.
I heard they coat their french fries in koala skin. Ew.
Oh, the texture of that. That's gross, yeah.
It's like a baked potato chip.
Ew, but with skin.
It's your skin.
It's
like
so gross.
It's like Parmesan when it's like the giant wide flakes, not the little powdery.
Yeah.
It's like the koala skin all over them fries.
The trick is it's all skin.
It's all skin.
It's like it's not even food. It's like all of our food's 100% skin.
100% skin. That's how we save so much money making it, to give it to you at an affordable price. So we just get some skin.
Welcome to Pizza Hut.
Skin goes a long way. It's the biggest organ of the body. So why not use it to eat all skin?
It's like when you get sunburnt, you get the really big... I don't want to go down this road. I'm actually just going to stop right there.
I do.
I want to.
Do it.
I was thinking about Malcolm Middle, where...
The cat pillow and the blister?
You said a cat pillow?
The blistery cat pillow?
Yes, very similar to that. I was thinking of pretty much the same exact thing. The episode where Reese from Malcolm in the Middle, he does like a full body like molt because he got so sunburnt and he's trying to preserve his entire sunburned skin. So I'm imagining all these people getting sunburnt and then shedding their skin, and then it's so gross. It's just gross to even talk about.
So we have skin farms for animals where we just leave them out in the sun, and then every few days we come by with like a dull cheese grater because we don't want to hurt them, and we just grate all the skin off of them, and then we put them in a barn, let them cool off, let the skin grow back, and then we put them back out in the sun, let the heat do its thing, and get all flaky, and we just keep skinning these animals with a dull cheese grater. Have little Jeremiah with his bucket. He's collecting all the skin as you peel it off, and then you just make it into I'm thinking like crab cakes, how they kind of just look like a bunch of little things smashed together.
Yuck,
that's some skin cakes. You want some skin cakes?
Hey boy, I got a fresh batch of skin cakes.
Yeah, we skinned these goats this morning. Some nice, fresh, hot, leathery skin. Oh, you want some?
Imagine fettuccine Alfredo, but the noodles are snake skin.
And then imagine instead of Parmesan cheese, it's just skin. Just putting it on the rat or the snake skin noodles. It's skin on skin.
Ew. That is a vile. That is so gross. Just
I like the maximum amount of skin. You could call it SkinAmaX. That's what I call my skin cheese.
I'm just imagining this one waiter who's just like really like passionate about his job. It's like how he got it. He's like, just I love skin.
You know, he talks like that. Hi, my name's Gerald. Welcome to SkinAmaX. Would you like to start off with some appetizer, some fresh skin, and topped off with some skin. Our skin's fresh.
They're
Oh my gosh. I want to go
I'm
there.
so simultaneously grossed out and intrigued by this.
It's like a bubblegum shrimp vibe.
Yeah.
Like those
I mean,
restaurants. It's just kind of happy-go-lucky, but it's skin
Everywhere.
underneath.
So last point is the tables and booths are all like skin, all covered in skin.
Like some Jeepers Creepers
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm thinking
I don't know, like
full just like you know how it's like Frankenstein where it has the like the stitching that was like it was pieces of skin.
oh gosh.
That's like yeah, that's so
You
gross
color on the table with crayons. The kids can have something to do.
because it's skin.
Why don't you color all over it?
Just come by with
Some green skin like Shrek.
skin.
Some Shrek skin. That's nice.
Gross.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's one of those things like you always want to end on a high note. And there's honestly we can't get any higher or lower than that. To be honest, but yeah, what about some? Do you have any wisdom? I mean, it probably that's almost depleting your creativity tanks because that's just the whole concept of SkinAmaX. It's gross, but it's creative. But do you have any wisdom, or do you want me to give the wisdom? What you thinking?
I don't know. SkinAmaX took it out of me. Wisdom. I guess it's kind of like when you hunt an animal.
Of course.
you want to use every part of the body, and a lot of people they just go for the meat, but lo and behold, you can use the skin. So just
Skin.
that's it.
That's all.
If you're out and you see like a dead animal, honor its life by picking up that little raccoon, skinning it over your frosted flakes, enjoying some nice morning protein. Skin.
I don't.
It's skin milk.
You want some Skittles?
Like my
It's like Skittles, but they're wrapped.
Want some Skittles? Want some Skittles with my skin milk? Parmesan skin.
My power packed wisdom. It's two parts. One, just if you're listening to this, just run as far away as you can. But more importantly, two, if you're looking for like a good business endeavor, I think like a lot of our episodes should be in like the Harvard business of book of business, because my boy John here has popped out so many A+ like restaurant and business ideas. I think I can think of like 3 or 4 right off the bat. So if you're looking for a quick buck, maybe become an entrepreneur or anything like that, just think about some of these endeavors, like the van that simultaneously runs and cooks meat, or SkinAmaX, or some of these places. Just think about it.
Thank you for tuning into our regularly scheduled program. Contact Josh and Jonathan at powerpackedpodcast@gmail.com. Support the show at patreon.com/powerpacked. See you next time, you dirty little rat babies.